District Administration Parsa imposes indefinite curfew in Birganj following protests over Dhanusha incident. Nepal Election Commission steps up poll preparations as digital misinformation emerges as major election challenge. Displaced families in Nepal's Kanchanpur struggle in temporary shelters amid harsh cold wave and delayed resettlement. Uncertainty over Tribhuvan University cricket ground lease raises questions about Nepal's future international cricket infrastructure. Delcy Rodriguez to be sworn in as Nicolas Maduro faces U.S. court appearance amid tensions. And T20 World Cup 2026 trophy arrives in Nepal ahead of historic public display and cricket celebration. Good evening, I am Sarah Sapsanamarai and this is NTV World News Hour coming to you live from Kathmandu at 2200 hours Nepal time. Now the news in detail. The District Administration Office of Parsa has imposed a curfew in Birganj. The order, effective from 1 p.m. today until further notice, prohibits all gatherings, assemblies, rallies and demonstrations in the main areas of the metropolitan city. The curfew follows protests demanding action against those responsible for the incident in Dhanusha. The administration issued the order under the Local Administration Act 2028. The restricted area extends east to Bus Park, west to Sirsia Bridge, north to Powerhouse Chowk and south to Sankaracharya Gate. Authorities have warned anyone violating the curfew will be detained and strict legal action will be taken. With Nepal's House of Representatives elections scheduled for March 5, Election Commission is intensifying preparations to enforce the Electoral Code of Conduct. The Commission has held separate consultations with security agencies and representatives from all 7 provinces, focusing on challenges posed by digital platforms and the spread of misinformation. Acting Chief Election Commissioner Ramprasad Bhandari said, distinguishing fact from falsehood has become increasingly difficult in the age of artificial intelligence, as over 90% of Nepalese use mobile phones. The Commission has said a centralized mechanism involving experts and stakeholders is essential. Meanwhile, controversy has emerged over closed lists submitted under the proportional representation system as some individuals announced withdrawals through social media. The Election Commission has said any changes must follow legal procedures, with revised lists due by January 11 and the final list to be published on the 18th. A closer look on the election progress and assessment in our Issue of the Day segment later in the bulletin. The Inquiry Commission formed post-Gen Z movement has lifted travel restrictions on CPN-UML chair and former Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. The restrictions had been imposed in connection with the investigation into the actions of Oli during Gen Z movement on 8th and 9th of September when he was Prime Minister. The high-level inquiry has now concluded. The former Prime Minister had submitted his statement to the Commission yesterday. Intensifying cold in the Tarai region since the past 3 days has derailed public life. Doctors have urged the public in Nepal's Tarai region to avoid going outdoors unless necessary, as extreme cold conditions continue for the 3rd consecutive week. Due to prolonged cold, Koshi Hospital in Biratnagar has reported a rise in patients suffering from asthma, pneumonia and seasonal flu. Hospital officials say that during winter, around 35 to 40 patients seek treatment daily for cold-related illnesses, with elderly people and children being the most affected. Senior physicians say the cold spell has lasted longer than in previous years, calling for increased caution. The future of Nepal's most iconic cricket venue is under scrutiny as the lease agreement for the Tribhuvan University cricket ground nears its expiry. With just months left before the 2002 agreement between TU and the Cricket Association of Nepal ends in April 2026, uncertainty has grown following concerns raised after the Nepal Premier League Season 2. Education Minister and TU Pro-Chancellor Mahabir Pun has said cricket matters but the university's primary responsibility remains academics. For now, a temporary extension is possible, yet Nepal's growing cricket ambitions may soon need a permanent home beyond a university campus. Venezuela's new leader, Delcy Rodriguez, is set to be sworn in before the National Assembly today following the weekend's dramatic developments. Her predecessor, Nicolas Maduro, who was seized during a U.S. operation, is expected to appear in a New York court. Maduro faces charges of drug trafficking, weapons offenses, and running a so-called narco-terrorist regime, which he denies. Allies of Maduro, including China and Iran, have urged the U.S. to release him, with Beijing calling Washington's actions a clear violation of international law. Meanwhile, former incumbent President Donald Trump warned Rodriguez she could pay a very big price if she fails to act appropriately. Rodriguez responded saying the people